Gotta make this fast. I got rings in 20 minutes.
So what's your favorite thing about Earth?
Not having to sit through the fucking space between us.
Mine's probably ice cream. So we saw the space between us.
It's a good thing we did, otherwise that comment that I just said would have come really out of left field.
So we saw an unnamed Bloomberg horror movie. So the first half hour of this movie, sitting through, is all just Gary Oldman flopping around and extolling the virtues of space travel. And I'm like, okay, well, this is pretty hokey, but I wouldn't call it like 7% on Rotten Tomatoes bad.
Uh-huh.
And then Asa Butterfield show up. And I said, oh, I get it.
You know, there's parts of this movie that I liked him in, and then other parts that I didn't.
I feel like if you watch this movie under the assumption that he is secretly a robot, then he's fine in this movie.
There were parts in this movie when I was like, this is like Short Circuit if Johnny Five was a teenager born on Mars. Yes. And then when it started getting later into it, I was like, oh no, it's Starman for idiots.
He is my baby, but he is also his baby.
Yeah. I know, towards the end, like, I really just want to be watching Starman right now. That's a million times better movie than this. When Asa Butterfield was really, like, kind of aloof in the movie, and some of the more comedic parts to his character, I kind of chuckled at a couple of times.
When he came into the classroom, he was just like, okay.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like, even if it was something that made no sense, because there's no consistency to this character, I in those parts I thought he at least did fine, but like when it got super serious, like when Gary Oldman and Carla Gugino show up at Britt Robertson's farm, and you know what part I mean? And he was like, no, I don't want to go back. Like, I'm like, dude, I've seen you be way better than that.
But you have to go back. But I don't want to go back. I don't want to.
He's better in this than he was in Miss Peregrine, but
I think that the main fault of this movie was the script.
Yeah. Because
the parts that made me chuckle, it seemed like he found parts of the script that he could make sound like a real human being in a real human situation, and just like did them real quick and went back to, my name is what's-his-face. I am sad and lonely because I live in outer space. Hello, Tulsa. Hello, I'm sad and lonely because I'm in the foster system. Let us be friends.
Yeah, this is the second movie in a row that I've seen where I'm like, this is like a Nick Sparks movie, but worse. And she is in both of the movies. She was in Dog's Purpose last week. She was also in a Nick Sparks movie. She was in Longest Ride, I think.
She also had some parts where, like, you genuine... When you believe that she was a person, I liked her. But most of the time it was just her delivering super stilted expositional dialogue.
Yeah, because I thought the same way about Asa Butterfield. It's like, he was fine sometimes. And, like, the parts where he was good in, and, like, kind of aloof and being kind of silly, I was sitting there like, I would really like to see him in a remake of Mannequin.
Where he's the mannequin?
No, where he's the Andrew McCarthy role.
See, because I want like a gender swap mannequin.
No, I want the mannequin.
How creepy would that be, though?
It'd be creepy, but the reason why I don't want it to be gender swapped is because I want to see him in the Andrew McCarthy role, and I want the mannequin to be like Michelle Rodriguez.
Okay.
That just, I just want that movie so bad. Otherwise, yeah, like if you're casting like how you would regularly cast a movie like that, it'd be fun to see that gender swapped a little bit, I guess, like they're doing with Splash and Channing Tatum.
It's exciting. I called the twist in this movie about 5 minutes in.
You leaned over to me and you were like, I'm sorry, do you want me to spoil this for you? Gary Oldman's his father.
Because he comes down to Earth first of all so he can meet his little online girlfriend, but also because his mother had died giving birth to him in space, and he wants to go back to Earth and meet his father. And all he has to go off of is this picture of his mother with some dude at a farmhouse. Meanwhile, Gary Oldman's freaking out in the background for apparently no reason. So I'm like, okay, I bet he's the dad.
Yeah.
And lo, it came to pass. But in the meantime, he's basically just leading a merry chase across the United States with Gary Oldman and surrogate mom character
you know it's a chase movie because it involves a fucking biplane at one point.
Biplane and a helicopter.
Like, you could really see some of the studio notes in this film. Like, you know what this movie needs? A fucking plane crash with a biplane into a barn that causes an explosion like it's fucking Transformers. What about at the end when he's going to the hospital? Nah, here's what we do, man. We fucking, the plane that they're on, how about this? It also goes up into fucking outer space.
How about we spend all our money on a biplane barn explosion so that when we have zero gravity scenes, we've just got the actors suspended on wires like terrifying marionettes.
Here's my problem with this movie, other than it's stupid. Because this movie could be alright, because it's like, you know what, you could...
some genuinely heart-wrenching parts.
No, it does, here and there, mixed in with... Yeah, because those parts were sort of like, whenever there was a scene that would work, which would be like 1 out of every 20 scenes, it'd be something like, I'll bet that scene was probably in the original script. Because the plot of this movie is okay. It's like, that's kind of interesting. Like, what if this were to happen?
Yeah.
Like, this kid is born on Mars. Like, what? All right, there could maybe be an interesting movie out of this. This movie's not interested in that. This movie isn't interested in that at all.
It's interested in getting us invested in these two, the two romantic interests, and they don't even fucking end up together in the end. So
well,
I don't know what this movie wanted me to think.
To me, it alluded that she was going to go up into space with him.
I don't think so.
She was training at NASA at the end of it.
No, she wasn't. The older lady was training people at NASA, but she had bought a farmhouse in Montana, and she just invited her to come stay at the farmhouse with her.
Yeah, but then it showed her, like, in the training facility at the end of the movie.
Did it? Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. I thought the implication was that Asa Butterfield fucked off to Mars with his dad, and they're gonna play bro games across Mars.
As awesome as that would be. No, because it showed Carla Gugino training some people at the end, and then it showed Britt Robertson suspended on the wires, running around the whatever the fuck she was running on at the end, where she was running sideways.
Okay.
That's what I took from it.
That makes me feel a little better, but it's still, like...
You know what makes me not feel better about their romance is because by the end of the movie, they still don't know each other's names. When she checks him in the hospital at the end, she only knows one of his names is Garner. He still calls her Tulsa, which is a nickname. She doesn't know his full name, so
Even though she's Googled his mother several times by that point.
That's a good point, yeah.
I hate to nitpick the facts of the movie. Like at the first half an hour, I was still like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, that doesn't make any sense.
But it really doesn't. Especially when... Because everything is so convenient in this film. Like, at the beginning of it, when you have Gary Oldman giving this PowerPoint presentation to this group of people in tuxes, like he's explaining what the mission is, what they're doing... Turns out this is literally happening 5 minutes before takeoff because these giant doors open in which the astronauts just climb into their ship and take off like, oh, well, okay, this is happening right now. And it doesn't really get into how this child survived as an infant on Mars.
I want to say that
16 years later,
if you're going to introduce a female character, make a baby off of her and then immediately kill her off, I'm going to immediately be mad at you. I don't care how much of a masterpiece the rest of the movie is. Because that's some lazy-ass bullshit.
No, because the universe worked out because Carla Gugino could never have children.
Could never have children. It wasn't her decision to pursue her career. She couldn't have them, so God made the decision for her.
No, the screenwriter made the decision for her. A man who is playing God.
Yeah, so you got this baby on fucking Mars in the middle of a sausage fest, and how they think, and a dead corpse of a mother.
With a tombstone out in the fucking Mars desert.
So the assumption is either A, they brought baby formula just in case disease, or B, they figure out how to make it Apollo 13 style out of duct tape and fucking flour.
Or they just use Matt Damon's leftover feces potatoes and fucking everything in this movie is so goddamn convenient. Like, every time he needs to get anywhere on Mars, he can instantly figure out the password. He instantly knows what buttons to push, which I think is only like one.
He was raised by scientists.
They really painted themselves out of a corner on that one. He was raised by scientists.
He was raised by scientists, so he immediately understands all technology he comes across.
Even when it doesn't stop there, because even when they're on Earth, because this is kind of a cross-country film where they're trying to find out who his dad is. So no matter where they are, they can instantly just get somebody's iPad that they've just left sitting on the table. They can instantly they can instantly just hack into a car and drive it away. And if they can't hack into a car and drive it away, someone will conveniently just leave their car in front of them with the keys in it so they can just fucking drive. This happens more than once. And then on Gary Oldman and Carla Gugina's end, no matter where the two leads are, they can always just look into security system to find out, like, oh, I guess we figured out they happen to be at this retail store at this one point, so we're gonna look at them stealing a bunch of stuff and leaving.
My absolute favorite character in this movie, bar none, is Wi-Fi information guy.
Yeah, that guy was great.
Because they're in a cafeteria, they're like a diner sort of thing, and they're needing to Google, so they like slide into a booth as his mom takes her kid off to the bathroom, and they're like using her little tablet, and she's like, no, the system's down right as I was getting the information I needed. And this like surfer guy just leans over the back, is like, you can log into the system at the fire station across the street. Pay for my meal, we'll consider it even. Boop! And it takes a picture of the three of them, like.
Yeah,
and then that's the last you fucking see of that character or the picture he took.
That cameo was so odd because it was the kind of.
Was it a cameo?
See, that's my thing.
Know that guy?
That's my thing. Like, this is the kind of small role where it's like, should I know who that is? Because they're making such a big deal of it, and this guy is so hammy in his performance. Like, first of all, I swear that the guy that Asa Butterfield, the homeless guy that Asa Butterfield got his sunglasses from, I swear was Dave's dad.
I can see that.
Yeah, right.
John Stewart and Half Baked.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
He shows up to explain the $20 bill and then fucks off again.
It was the kind of cameo with this kid in the diner where, well, I keep saying cameo because that's what it feels like. Like, I don't know who the guy is, but it felt like you turn around and then Brendan Fraser will be giving him money, like, or something like that. What's he been up to lately?
Brendan Fraser? I don't know. We were talking about it the other day because you managed to make it all the way through Encino Man, and I only got like 5 minutes.
I believe the proper term is I got to make it through Encino Man.
I'd never seen it
Betty
before.
Nugs.
And it's on Netflix, and so I said to David, hey, look, Encino Man. I can finally watch it. He's like, you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna make it all the way through. And I'm like,
I'm surprised.
I've made it all the way through Biodome multiple times.
Which is why I'm shocked you didn't make it through Encino Man.
The thing is, like, I have a little baby crush on Brendan Fraser, and have since fucking George of the Jungle. And so in Encino Man, they like thaw him out, and he runs roughshod George of the Jungle style over the house, and they give him the worst makeover known to man because of the era in which this movie takes place.
That's your problem?
That was my problem. It's like, if I'm going to be watching this goddamn fucking Pauly Shore movie, I'm not watching if Brendan Fraser's wearing that ridiculous wig.
Oh, they make up for it, though.
Do they cut his hair?
He has it styled like a couple different ways throughout the movie.
No.
Oh, if you're sad because of how he looked in 91, whatever you do, don't Google what he looks like now. Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. Brendan Fraser now. Spoilers!
Oh, I think that's in the trailer
no
for
one
this fucking
cares.
movie. For fucking Space Between... I keep wanting to say Space Between Spaces. That's a different stupid movie. Look, this movie... I don't know. The concept of it is alright, but they don't have any respect for the audience going to see this. This is like it's sort of like, you know what two movies did really well? The Fault in Our Stars and The Martian. For no reason. Let's try to bank on both of those things.
Is it this?
Oh, that's on a t-shirt.
What's so big? Is it this? He can't possibly look like that. I'm gonna guess it's this one. Oh no, it's so unattractive.
Let me see that. That's from The Mummy. That's from 1990. That's from 1999.
Key Brendan Fraser. Here's him in like a dad sweater.
With his, I'm pretty sure that's Al Gore you're looking at.
That there's HD wallpaper.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I know what's going on my phone
Make
now.
my phone background.
Do we have time to go through trailers? It's
9:36. We got time to real quick go through trailers.
Okay.
We got The Shack, which you warned me about. Looks awful. We got Ghost in the Shell, which we discussed already. We got Despicable Me 3.
Oh, that movie that trailer is a funny trailer, but with it being Illumination, that's not a teaser trailer. That's a full 3-minute trailer. I've now gotten it in front of every movie I've been at the past few weeks, and that movie doesn't come out for another 7 months.
Which is that?
Despicable Me 3. Illumination, it's another one that Illumination is gonna just drive into the fucking ground.
The thing is, I didn't really much care for Despicable Me 2. The first one was good.
I like the fact Trey Parker's the bad guy.
I didn't even funny. Like if they hadn't told me in the preview, I'd have no idea. I wouldn't have either. At all. Spider-Man: Homecoming, which looks amazing.
Table 19.
Table 19. That looks
cute.
good. I want to see that one.
Yeah, that looked pretty good. It's like a group of people. It's Anna Kendrick and Lisa Kudrow and Craig
Stephen
Robinson,
Merchant.
Stephen Merchant.
Old lady.
Yeah, they're at like the kind of...
They're at like a wedding, and they're the table of people that got invited just as a courtesy, and they were expecting them to decline. Yeah. And so they put them all in a group together, and so they have zany adventures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that looked cute. That looked pretty funny.
Yeah, I was into it. Wonder Woman.
I really hope that's good. God damn it!
It looks so good.
It does.
But historically speaking, it's probably not going to be.
It's like
it bumps me out.
Yeah, like I want it to be really good, and like I really didn't. Like, I didn't dislike Suicide Squad. Dave and I liked it better than everyone else, but it's like, I know it's not good. Yeah, but it's sort of like junk food that I was like kind of okay with. I'm not gonna argue that's a good movie. Like, this, on the other hand, is like, I want this to be legitimately good. I don't want this to be like, it's heavily flawed, but I didn't really have much of a problem with it. I want it to be legitimately really good. It looks legitimately
good from the preview. It's just gonna be like a fooled me once, shame on you.
Fool me 4 times.
Shame on the establishment. Valerian. Which
I'm so excited for that.
The preview for that, like I was like, yay, because I thought it was a preview for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and then it started playing this like weird, like trippy cover of the Beatles, and there's like alien creatures. I'm like, oh no, it's this year's Jupiter Ascending. I am 100% on board for that.
I am too, because regardless if it's good or bad, because it's Luc Besson, and I love Luc Besson. So with Luc Besson, whether it's great or bad, you're gonna get something amazing. So I'm so excited for this movie.
I'm excited too. And then The Circle, which is like Emma Watson and Tom Hanks in like some sort of sci-fi business.
I've seen that trailer quite a few times, and I still don't know what the fuck it's about.
It's symbolism.
Yeah. Well, so was Space Between Us with the German movie he's watching with the angel from space looking down on her.
What they should have had him doing was watching City of Angels with Nicolas Cage.
I was thinking the same thing.
I was like, oh man, I didn't realize that movie was a remake of some German movie.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that too when I was watching. I'm like, oh, I hope he gets like hit by a truck and he's on a bike at the end of this movie. Oh, there's Brian. I gotta go see Rings. Space Between Us, just stay home and watch Starman. Any final thoughts about it? It's yeah.